So recently I reviewed a pair of Minimalist shoes and a lot of people suggested that I should try out Xero's shoe, the Prio. So after looking into them, I sent Xero an email asking if I could have a pair of shoes for free if I made a video about it. So I did get these for free, but that doesn't influence my opinions in this video. So far I put 110 miles on these. It's been mostly trail running and some road running, and then a 31-mile through hike of the Art Loeb Trail. The thing that I noticed the most about these shoes is they're very different from other minimalist shoes that I've worn. I've worn quite a few pair of Ultras, and then I've worn Merrell shoes. When I put these on, my first impression was almost like a minimalist skateboard shoe. It has that same kind of feel. When you step on it, your foot is planted, whereas a lot of other shoes with the way the tread works, it can be like rolly, I guess. So that's one benefit of these. It's also very minimal in the tread, whereas a lot of shoes for hiking and trail running have pretty big lugs so that you can get a good grip. These do not. I was actually pretty worried about that when I first put them on, because I thought in muddy situations or like in the fall with all the leaves that I would twist my ankle or like slide a lot. It was a lot less of a problem than I thought. I'd heard of Xero before because they make sandals. I didn't know that they made shoes, and one of the really cool things about this shoe is that they implement their Horacha, however you say it, style sandal into the shoe. This is like the sandal, and then it's got these bands that go around that connect to the laces, and they're not sewn here. For me, one thing that I found when I'm trail running and it's pretty steep, usually my foot will slide a lot inside the shoe, and what you do is just tighten the lace and it fixes that. But with these, you can tighten the lace just right here, and it will pull only in right there and keep the rest of the shoe pretty loose on your foot, which I thought that worked great. And you can also do that on the back with your heel. Another cool thing that they had added was it has the insole built into the shoe, but then also they have another one to add extra padding, which I did not use for the most of my road running, and then on the hiking I didn't use that. But then when I ran my 32-mile race, I put it in for some extra padding, and I'm definitely glad I did. I think in the future I'll always leave it in there, but that means that like if you want more feeling, you can just take that guy out. So if you're looking at getting one of these coming from another pair of shoes, in Ultras I wore a size 7. In these I got the size 7, and they seem like they're exactly the same kind of fit. Merrell's I have the size 7 as well. The sizing is very comparable to other brands that I've tried. One big problem that I have with these, that I have with a lot of shoes, and not only shoes but like packs, running vests, I feel like a lot of companies don't really make great color schemes. You look at the shoe and it stands out. It doesn't like fit in with what you're wearing. And I like my shoe to be able to, if I get a shoe for trail running or hiking, I want to be able to wear it to sort of nicer thing, like if I go to church or if I go to an event. But if it stands out with like a really bright color, I wouldn't necessarily wear that. And I wish that they offered more options, or at least a couple like neutral toned color palettes, or just black with gray. Like, keep it simple. Anyways, that's something that just across the board, I feel like people are making their gear to say, look at me, but then when you have your shirt, your pack, and your shoes all say look at me, you're just kind of a color catastrophe, and yeah, I don't like that. A more toned down color palette would be appreciated, but that's really like the only complaint that I've had with these shoes so far. I would like to see a version of this shoe that has a more aggressive lug for just trail running and stuff. It would be nice to have that, but then it would take away from it being minimal. That's like pretty much all I have to say about it after 110 miles. I definitely like it a lot. I think that the price is pretty good. Right now they're on sale. On Amazon they were around 90 bucks. I believe they were the same on their website, but they're on sale this week while I'm filming it. But yeah, I'll put links down below and check them out if you're interested. Now, I did hear from someone who said they used them on the Appalachian Trail southbound for about 300 miles, and then the glue started to separate between the sole and the shoe. So I am slightly worried about that, but I don't know if that's like a one-time thing that happened to him. I definitely think there's a lot of potential for this shoe for long trails. I think the price is right. It's just a little bit cheaper than a lot of other shoes that people are wearing, and they're really comfortable. The only downside that I can see for some people is the lack of a more aggressive tread. But if you're able to like work around that, then I think there's definitely a lot of potential for this guy. I also have their high top version, which I'm kind of excited to try. I haven't used any high top shoes since like when I was in Boy Scouts a long time ago. I kind of went away from that, but maybe it'll be a great winter shoe, so stay tuned for a review of that as well. But yeah, that's about it. I'd like to thank Xero for sending me this pair to try out, and thank you for watching.